Right, assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back, and today we're going to talk about Bonk again. And you guys are enjoying the Bonk updates because at least this time I haven't been disappointing with the Bonk updates. And it is coming down, it is falling down along with Bitcoin. I'm not surprised there. You shouldn't be surprised there. It always has been expected that way. So as far as thing goes right now, there is two things I want you to look at on the daily. Number one is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and if you notice what Bitcoin is doing right now, there is a huge daily pattern being created at the moment. Okay, and this pattern can cause Bitcoin to drop down to $94,000, and on top of that, we also have a bearish divergence going on, right? So the RSI is going down very badly, and it does look like big chances are Bitcoin is going to correct down. And if that wasn't enough, the second thing is Ethereum. So Ethereum, on the other hand, has this distribution pattern that it has been printing out for so many days now, and it has broken down finally after 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks. So before we talk about weekly, you can see huge bearish divergence. The RSI is going down very badly. You can clearly see that's a selling, clearly, as clear as the moon. And when you go in on the weekly, and let's actually do the weekly just like here, and see that the weekly has been consolidating for a long time. You can see how many candles were this, and that's why you have seen a very slow market. Maybe it's because of the war, maybe the politicians, but the bankers are busy dealing with the war, and they just had to hold the prices on a sideways continuation. I think that can actually disturb the peace as well. So you can see how many candles these have been printing out, right? This has been printing out for a long time. But I knew that Ethereum has to come down, and I'm going to tell you a logical reason before we get into Bonk. It's important we talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin because these two are important. They matter a lot, and they drive altcoins to a certain direction. So if we go on and maybe talk about Ethereum here, and I'm going to actually try to see if this is on the daily or not. There's a point I want to make for you. So yeah, it's on the daily. So if you go on the daily, to me, I knew that the weekends is going to make an impact, like this Saturday and Sunday, and it has actually happened. You can see it's breaking down. And the thing with this one is that there is a Elliott wave count that always happens. So this is like 1, 2, and I think it's like a 3, a 4, and a 5. So 5 wave have been, when you see 5 wave being completed, especially the 5th wave was on the top here, your best bet is that it is not going to come up for the 6th wave. That's your best bet. Okay, this is one little secret regarding channels, and it's a very small time. I don't know if you guys even realize how important this is, what I just said. You might think this is just a saying, but it's something that can come handy in the future. So take this from me: when you have a channel, when you have even a symmetrical triangle, when you have a falling wedge, whatever you have, take Elliott wave. There's a reason why Elliott impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was created. This is not a fluke. It is not a fluke. It is total educational, and that's the reason why some of us don't get to figure out what's going on. And this was going on the daily time frame for quite a long time, and I've been looking at it for quite a long time, and I knew it is not a good idea to take these trades. And I knew that, you know what, the fact that there's this huge bearish divergence going on, the fact that you have this distribution pattern with the 5th wave coming on the top here, it is highly likely it's going to go down. So with this being said, I used to look at Bonk. Bonk to me was in the middle of nowhere, but I used to get hints from Ethereum that yes, the market is still going to go down. And as far as I can tell you, again, taking this hint from Ethereum, is that Ethereum potentially can actually drop to 2042 because of that particular pattern. So by the time Ethereum goes down to, $2,000 from $2,400 right now, that's where Bonk is going to go down as well. And if Bonk goes down, then as I've been saying in the previous videos, it is probably going to fall all the way down to this lower trend line, and that is going to be somewhere something like this, and that could be 1039. This is probably where you might actually find bonk as for the next trade. And as for the you know, the lesson I gave you about impulsive wave, let's see if this actually matches. So you have I think this will be 1, this will be maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe even a 4, maybe even a 5 here, who knows, right? But this is not a very confirmed one. We have to still wait to see how the channel is going to build up. This is not the final, this is just an estimate. And then from here, when we have the 5th wave, maybe come down for the 3rd wave, go up for the 4, come for the 5th, this could actually be another huge entry. And then from here you could completely break above, because that 5th entry is going to be the final one, and then you come above here, and then you can continue to 2886, maybe somewhere in August, in September, you never know. But that's it. And speaking of August, September, Q3, that's Q3, and Q3 is also opened up for the private. 3 months you can join for the private to take our trades, and July is also opened up if you want to be a part of it for 1 month only. And join me. If you're not on Discord, do come in Discord, and I'm going to give you the link. And that's all for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Love is.